Ever wondered how the human brain processes information? Well, it's a complex network of neurons interacting with each other. But what if a machine could mimic this process? Welcome to the fascinating world of artificial neural networks, a realm where machines learn to think, in a manner of speaking. Dive into the ocean of artificial intelligence, where artificial neural networks, or ANN, form the coral reefs of complexity and beauty. These are computing systems vaguely inspired by the biological neural networks constituting animal brains. Step 1. Understanding neurons. In the human brain, a neuron is a cell that transmits information to other cells. Similarly, in an artificial neural network, a neuron, also known as a node, processes information it receives and passes it on. Each node combines input from the data with a set of coefficients or weights that either amplify or dampen that input. Step 2. Layers of the network. An artificial neural network consists of layers. There's the input layer, which receives various forms of information from the outside world. This is where the network starts learning from the data. Then there's the hidden layer, where the magic happens. This layer is where the network creates new data based on what it learned from the input layer. Finally, the output layer provides us with the end result of the learning process. Step 3. The learning process. This is where things get interesting. The learning process involves adjusting the weights of the connections in the network. This is done through a process called backpropagation. In backpropagation, the system adjusts the weights of the connections based on the error in the output. Over time, the network learns to make better predictions. Step 4. Activation function. The activation function decides whether a neuron should be activated or not. It helps to normalize the output of each neuron to a range between 1 and 0 or between -1 and 1. So, to recapitulate, an artificial neural network is a computing system that mimics the human brain. It consists of neurons or nodes that process information and pass it on. These nodes are organized into layers, including an input layer, one or more hidden layers, and an output layer. The learning process involves adjusting the weights of the connections in the network through a process called backpropagation. The activation function then decides whether a neuron should be activated or not. Artificial neural networks have a wide range of applications, from voice recognition and image classification to medical diagnosis and stock market prediction. The possibilities are infinite, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. Remember, every great journey begins with a single step. Today, you've taken that first step into understanding the complex and fascinating world of artificial neural networks. The next step is up to you. Will you dive deeper,